Welcome to Serenity and Fire, the podcast where wellness meets grit. I'm your host, Krista founder of Panacea Luxury Spa Boutique. Join me as we dive into the intriguing world of biohacking, clean living, cutting-edge spa trends, and the hustle, grind, and grit of entrepreneurship. From my personal battles with weight management, infertility, and a 30-year journey to create and launch my dream business, to building a sanctuary for those who have been touched by cancer, I'm here to share real talk, inspire big dreams, and spark a passion for holistic living inside each and every one of you. So let's dive in. Welcome back to Serenity and Fire. Okay, so as you know, Cayley and I ran way over on our last 2 episodes about everything there is to know about skincare, and we left out some really important stuff. So I've brought her back in for a 3rd episode. So we decided to make this last part a 3rd episode. So I'm excited to have Cayley back again, and we're going to go ahead and start with our favorite hacks.
Yes.
Okay, let's do something really fun. What is your favorite skincare hack?
Okay, I know you know this. Frownies. I love Frownies.
Yes. Okay, tell everybody what a Frownie is. I actually wanted her to bring them here with us today, and she forgot. So
I did.
I'll have her do like a little video post or something, and we'll put it in with the show on social so that you guys can see it. But tell us about it.
Okay, so Frownies are like their facial patches, right? And they're all natural, and like the adhesive in them is made from like vegetables. Are very good. But basically, you put like a little bit of water and you like stick them to your face, and they come in like triangles, and you just like map it to your face and like you're like around your 11s and stuff like that. But it creates a cast and it hardens. And so you wear them at night. And basically it makes it so that you can't wrinkle your face while you're sleeping. And it naturally like retrains your facial muscles. So this is maybe an alternative to like Botox. And but what's nice about it is that you still can move your face. And you still can have those expressions and everything. And it's a lot cheaper, which is nice too.
Yeah.
But whenever you first start with Frownies, you want to use them every night for the first like month or so. And then after that, I just started doing it like a couple times a week. And honestly, I really don't even have to wear them too much anymore. I'm very conscious about it though. Yeah. So I everyone's like, do you focus on not wrinkling your face? I'm like, no, it's just a part of me now.
I looked into these because Cayley was like, you have to try these.
Yeah.
It literally looks like people are putting duct tape on their face.
No, they're
but
so nice.
Obviously without all of the harmful adhesives.
Well, and the other thing I like to do too is we have the Neroli Age Corrective Mist. It's like natural alternative through Eminence. And instead of putting
so you
water,
mix your Frownies with that?
So instead of doing water, I do the natural retinol alternative. So then that's soaking in too.
You're getting,
so
like,
it's
double
like
benefit. I love this. Okay, I am definitely going to try them. I haven't yet.
I'm going to bring you a box.
So you can check them out online, frownies.com.
Yeah,
I think, right?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's cute too because I think it was created by a girl and her grandmother.
Yep. It's woman owned, which is really nice. Yeah. And they've got their TikTok and shows you how to put them on and stuff too.
She's the cutest little thing ever. The girl who owns the company.
Yeah.
Okay, my favorite hack is what I call aggressive gua sha. You're laughing because I talk about this all the time. So obviously I love gua sha. Gua sha is traditionally for lymph drainage.
Yeah.
And your pressures are going to be very light. We need very little pressure to stimulate our lymph system. Mm-hmm. And lymph drainage is so great because it helps remove toxins and inflammation and, unwanted, what am I trying to say? Like water retention.
Yeah,
like fluid and stuff in your body. And so it's great for that. But what I like to do is what I call an aggressive gua sha. And with aggressive gua sha, this is my Botox alternative. So I do this all around my lips, on my nasal labial folds, on my 11 lines, and on my forehead, and also along the arch of my eyebrows, because we carry a lot of tension here in this area that we don't even realize. The pressure is very aggressive. So like with lymph drainage, you're basically going like this, but with aggressive gua sha, you're actually creating pressure, and I do it up and down and then left and right because our tissues run in so many different directions. And I do this every morning, and I've been doing this for, I don't know, at least a couple of years, maybe longer. And I definitely think it's working. You guys can tell me what you think, but I can still move my face and have expressions, and I don't have a lot of deep wrinkles. So I'm going to actually post a video about this for all of you to see the whole process, but I would love to get your feedback on it. Now, aggressive gua sha is one of those things that you want to make sure you have a good oil or a very hydrating moisturizer to put on underneath, because you don't want to be pulling on thin skin. If you have thin skin or your skin barrier is damaged, this is not something that you want to be doing. You need to have healthy skin to be doing this. But that's my thing that I love so much.
I know you do. I always tell you, but you're not working your lymphatic system. Like, I'm not trying to do that.
Well, and then after I do all of that, then I do actually do from my eyes over to my ears and then down my neck. I do really light gua sha to then help pull all of that inflammation and water retention out of the face. So,
I might have to try. Okay.
You have to.
I know.
So great. So those are our 2 little hacks. What is one skincare rule that you personally break? Be honest.
That I break? All right. I don't really use a toner.
Okay.
I don't.
I mean, that's
I
not
use an
horrible.
essence.
Yeah.
You
don't balance your pH.
No, I'm a poor pH balancer.
Shame on you. Okay, mine is, you're going to hate me.
Oh, gosh.
I am so tired at night.
No.
When it's time to go to bed. I do not do a full cleanse. I do a triad pad cleanse.
You double cleanse with them?
I do. I use them. I use 2 whole pads, and I use both sides of the pads to get all of the stuff off. So technically I'm getting cleanser, toner, and hydrator and a little bit of exfoliation. So it's just easy.
Is this like a couple times a week?
No, every night.
Every night? Oh, gosh.
But
No,
I
I'm just
can't
kidding.
be without them. So, so for me, I'm probably not getting my skin cleansed as well as I should.
Yeah.
So, but that's my little shameful thing that I do. Okay, so now I want to jump into a little bit about working at Panacea.
Okay.
So I just have a few questions for you.
Yeah.
What do you feel like is the most rewarding part about working at Panacea?
That's a really tough question. Honestly, our clients, that's probably like my favorite thing. Even if I'm like not having like a super great day, the second that I get somebody on my table and I sound like Dexter saying that, but my table, as soon as I get somebody, and like they, I can just like instantly tell that they relax. And, I'll have clients like they're, oh my gosh, I can tell from like your first cleanse. My one favorite client, she goes, I know this is going to be good, and it's just like seeing like how like excited they are to be there. I mean, people, they save up so much money. They take days off work. They schedule time with their friends just to come in, just to get like a couple of hours of Panacea. Yeah. And I just feel like it's so special to be a part of that. And then after their facial, they come out of the room and, they just like, they come out and oh, that was so nice. They're so excited. Their skin looks great. They're relaxed. And that's probably my favorite part.
I love when I'm standing up front and people come up after a service and they like are fumbling over their words because they're just like so relaxed and they feel so great after their services. It's so awesome.
Yeah, and then they come and they go, oh, wow. And I'm like, wait, just be quiet though, because we're in the spa. And it's so exciting. But yeah, no, I hear everybody coming out of their massages, all their services. They're so excited.
I know. That's awesome. What do you think is the most rewarding part of leading your Panacea team?
So I'm very lucky. I've worked with most of the women on my team now for almost since we've been open. My newest esthetician has been on the team for a year. So it's really been cool to like see like their growth, and how much they've learned. And most estheticians there have been, they're brand new estheticians when they come in, and they're nervous to get started, and just kind of seeing that growth and that change. And like when things start to like click, and they're like, oh my gosh, I did this today and I did this, and have you tried this? And it's very cool to see.
Yeah,
so.
I think one thing that's cool for me to see in you is the level of knowledge and experience and expertise that you and your whole team have, and what you've been able to teach them over the last 3 years is really phenomenal. I would put you hands down up against the most tenured, most rock star estheticians in the country, for sure.
Well, that means a lot.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's true. I mean that sincerely. What is the most ridiculous client moment that you've witnessed?
Oh, honestly, I'm not got a good one for this. I don't know that I've had a lot of crazy things. Sometimes, like, I don't know if you want to hear this. Sometimes people like be naked on top of the table, but besides that, I don't really know that.
Or like you'll be like, okay, I'm going to step out of the room. There's a hook here for your robe. You're going to just be face up under the covers,
sheets. Yeah.
And I'll step back in just a couple of minutes. And you come in and they're just like
on
the table.
And then, and it's okay, because a lot of times people, they're like, I've never done this before, or like, oh, I wasn't listening, or I'm so relaxed. I'm like, it's okay. No big deal. I'll give you another minute. Just get under the sheet. But no, honestly, I love our clients. I really don't have issues. They're very sweet. Everybody's so excited to come in. Like, it's a good time.
What do you love most about being the aesthetics manager and now our sales training manager?
I love that my role is very dynamic. I will say I don't do well and very like stagnant kind of, like I like to have different things going on all the time, which I very much do. So, I have days where I'm in the treatment rooms, which I love. Then, I have days where I'm leading trainings for, the team. And then, now that I'm doing sales trainings, I get to help like coach our other managers, to help with their teams and stuff like that too. So I just love that I have my foot in a lot of different things, and, I get to balance that well.
And I love that you really embody our philosophy of being the example for your team. Like, you really, whatever you ask of them is nothing that you cannot do yourself.
Oh, and absolutely.
Like, if you're going to give somebody advice, it's something that you've already done and you've proven.
Yes.
So I love that.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. If you could have a magic wand and change one thing at Panacea, what would it be?
I'd make it bigger.
Ditto.
Honestly, I'd make it bigger. That's like, there's really, I love that I like working there. It's so much fun because I actually believe in it. And I know that might sound silly, but I've worked at companies and I've worked, I know so many people that like work for places and they're like, well, yeah, this is what I'm doing. But like, I actually believe in what we do. Like, I know that it helps people. And like, coming back to like non-toxic, like, I know whenever I'm selling people stuff, like products in the boutique, like it's like, you spend so much time sourcing it and curating like the boutique and spending all that time making sure that, what we're selling, first of all, produces results. And second, that, it's non-toxic and it's really important. So.
And it's going to be valuable for the clients. Like, we really emphasize that anything we recommend is only going to be in the best interest of the client. We're not going to recommend things just to recommend things. Like,
yes.
It's going to be to enhance whatever it is that they're trying to accomplish. And if there isn't anything, then we're not going to recommend anything.
Exactly. Yeah. So I would make Panacea bigger.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's funny because we get people who will give us feedback and they'll be like, you really should make this space bigger and that space bigger. I'm like, oh, if we could just
let me just expand the building.
Snap my fingers and expand the third floor.
Yeah.
What's it like? I guess, how do I say this? What's it really like working for me? Like, give the nitty gritty.
Honestly, you're such a fun person to work for, but it's hard, but not in like I can't do this hard, but I'm like, oh my gosh. I tell people, I'm like, Krista is the most particular person you'll ever meet in such a good way, though. I'm like she cares so much about everything, like all the thought and detail that you put into the spa. Like, that's like really what it is. And, I love that, like, you, again, like live and breathe that, it's not just something where you're like, oh, like this is, what you should do. And then like you go home and swing through McDonald's, kind of thing. Like, like you actually do all of these treatments too, like you come in and do, the hyperbaric, you come in and do LED, like, like that's very... It's very different, I guess, from an owner's perspective.
Thank you. I think, that's so important to me, to really be the example and to be able to do everything that I ask everybody else to do, the same as what you're doing with your team, and to really just lead the way. And the details are really important to me. We have people who are coming in for major life events, good and bad. Yeah. And when they come, I think they deserve to know that every single piece of their experience was intentionally thought out. So, sometimes that's the good and the bad of being a perfectionist, but, that stuff really matters and it makes a really big difference. And you see it in our reviews and our repeat clients and all of the things. So.
Oh, yeah. When we did our photo shoot, there was a cord and I was like, hold on, there's a cord. Krista doesn't like cords. Let me move it. And I was like, I know she's not going to like that.
I love it. What do you think you've learned from me?
Oh, gosh, a lot. I mean, when I started, I was 24, and I was a brand new esthetician. I had never led a team or anything like that. I was in sales, and I've learned so much from you and from Jen too. I mean, it's a very cool team to be a part of.
That's awesome. You have to say that because you're being recorded and
No,
I'm sitting here.
don't.
Okay, let's talk about mom life a little bit because we have so many people who listen to the show who are working moms, are stay-at-home moms, some who are trying to decide if they want to be a mom and work. So you have 3 young kids.
I do, yeah. Being a mom is hard. It's so rewarding, but it's hard whether you choose to stay home or you choose to work. I mean, you just kind of you have to pick your heart, honestly.
Yeah.
It's so rewarding, though. I mean, I've done both. I stayed home with our oldest till he was almost 2, and I'm so grateful and thankful for that time that I was able to have with him. Just personally for me, like I was like, I just feel like I need something else. I need to be a part of something else. I want to make an impact. I want to do big things. And so whenever I started going back into work, I just started like bartending a couple days a week for fun, just to kind of get out of the house. I was like, okay, I can talk to other humans and adults, and so that kind of is where I started. And then whenever I decided to go to aesthetic school, which was very much on a whim, I went and got a facial, my first one ever, and I walked out and I was like, that's what I want to do. And I called my husband and I was like, I think I want to go to school to do this. And he's like, okay. And I started school. I think I toured that school like that next week, and then they were like, you can do it, but today's the last day to sign up and class starts in like 2.5 weeks. And I was like, okay, sounds good, I'll do it. And my husband's like, you're doing it? I'm like, yeah, might as well. And he's such a good support system for me. So it's definitely it can be challenging at times. Sometimes we both have work and the kids need to be here, but I have the support system, my husband and my in-laws and stuff like that. They help us so much. So
I'm gonna put you on the spot because you got a little teary-eyed when I asked the question.
Oh, what?
Tell me where that's coming from.
I mean, it's definitely always hard, because you want to be, I think as a mom, your goal is to always be as present as you can for your kids. And, that looks different for different moms. Like for me, if I am home all the time, it's not good for me and it's not good for my kids. So for me, like really balancing, making sure that we have quality time together, I come home and I'm like, okay, I was doing work today and then now I get to come home and I just get to relax and enjoy them. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think you do a really good job of balancing the mix. And I'm always talking on the show about how there's really no such thing as even work-life balance. That doesn't really exist. But I do think that as long as you're focusing on, or at least I believe that doesn't fully exist.
Yeah.
But I do believe that if your time is intentional and you're really making the moments count when you have the moments, whether it's at work or whether it's with your kids, then that's what matters. That's what your kids remember.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so tell us, what is your why? What is it that motivates you to get out of bed every day, do the grind, work, be a mom, all the things? What's your why?
Oh, my kids. My goal is to build something for them. I want to be able to be anything and everything that my husband and I can be for them. So that's our goal. So everything that we do is focused around our kids and, how that they can grow up and, they can have a good life and, they get to do and build and be the people that they want to be and, that we're able to be there to support them. Mm-hmm. So
I also think that, I think that's great from a financial perspective, but also from a role model perspective, and being able to show to your kids that you can have goals and dreams and you can achieve them and you can do it all. It might be hard.
It's hard.
And you might have to make some sacrifices, but you can definitely do it all.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Oh, I feel like I do at least.
When your kids are older, what do you hope that they remember about this season of their lives and about watching you do it all?
Honestly, I just hope that, that they remember, all the fun that we have together, because that's my focus with them is, anytime I'm home, all right, what are we doing? My husband's like, can we just sit down? I'm like, nope. He's like, we can just relax. And I'm like, no, let's go do something fun with the kids. Let's take them to the park. Let's go to Kosai. Let's go to the pool. Let's go do something. So I just want to make sure that they remember that, that we've always been there for them.
It sounds like your husband's super supportive.
He is.
I know he's great.
Yeah, no, I don't know where I would be without my husband. So yeah.
That's awesome. I love that so much. And I especially love that because you know how close I am to Jason and how much I just love. So I think that's so cool.
Oh yeah. We met when he's exactly a year older than me. We have the same birthday. So we met when I was 18, he was 19. So we've been together for 10 years this year.
Wow.
So.
Congrats.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Thank you.
What do you do when the kids are sick and you just kind of feel like it's all falling apart? Like, how do you handle all of that?
Honestly, that's really more on Alec, my husband. That's to him. He takes care of it. I know
awesome.
Everybody is always like, oh, mom has to stay home and mom has to do this, and mom can't. So mom has to show up to work sometimes. So that's where my husband, we balance each other out very well. And on the days that I can't be there, he is. So.
I love that. So how do you, because obviously we talk a lot about the need for self-care and the need to decompress and disconnect. So what are your tips and the things that you do to reset and give yourself grace when you're trying to do it all?
Oh, that's hard. I can be hard on myself. Honestly, I feel like this is the same answer. My reset is spending time with my kids. Honestly, that's that fills my cup. Just making sure that I'm spending time with them, and we have a really good time. I definitely, of course, love getting facials. So shout out to all the girls that work at Panacea because they give amazing facials, and I've had several from all of them. So that's probably honestly one of my favorite things. Yeah,
I love that for you. And if you were going to give one tip to our listeners, the ones who are thinking about, I want to do it all too, like what would be your one tip for them?
You just have to do it. You have to get started. It's like one of those things where you keep saying like, oh, I want to do this or I want to do that, but like, how are you doing it?
Mm-hmm.
Like movement and momentum is so important. Like even if sometimes it's maybe the wrong direction, but like moving is like much better than just not doing anything and staying still.
Agreed.
And you know what? If it's something that doesn't end up working out or you're not liking it, then you can kind of turn that around and pivot and change into something else.
Mm-hmm. Not being afraid to fail and being okay with like uncertainty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. Okay. We're going to do some rapid fire questions.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
Before we wrap up. Okay. So I want your thoughts on the following beauty hacks. I want you to tell me if they're hype or if they're legitimate hacks.
Okay.
Silk pillowcases.
I don't use one.
Okay.
They can be good for your hair, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But keeping if you want to keep your face clean all the time, but you got to switch them out.
Yes. You have to.
Okay.
You have to wash them.
Humidifiers.
I don't use one, honestly.
Well, I don't either, except that we have one built into our HVAC system. So I guess technically we have one in the house. So, and I do notice when the house feels more dry.
Yeah.
So
I'm more of like an air purifier person to get like all the like dust and toxins out. But
love that. Washing makeup brushes.
Yes, you have to wash your makeup brushes. If you put them on your skin, and I know what you're going to say, your skin's clean when you put them on. Is that what you say?
No, but I was going to say, I literally never wash my makeup brushes. It's the grossest thing. I should totally wash my makeup brushes.
Yes, you need to. Yeah, just to clean everything out.
Yeah. Because you don't know. You're putting it over skin that, if you had a pimple and there's bacteria in there. And like, I agree. It's gross. Okay. Skincare for hands, including retinol.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. All your skincare. I guess I didn't mention earlier because I'm just like, no, you're supposed to. It comes down to your neck. It comes down to your décolleté, and you finish on your hands.
Yeah. And we actually apply sunscreen in our manicure services at the spa because of that, unless you're going in to use the amenities. But we definitely want you using sunscreen on your hands.
Absolutely.
And also the retinols too, and even sometimes brightening products because if you're getting sunspots and sun damage on your hands.
Oh, yeah.
Carry SPF in your car.
No, because of the heat. But I do keep it in my bag.
Good.
Yes.
What about lip SPF?
So I use a lip balm that has sunscreen in it. Yes, absolutely.
Amazing.
You can get skin cancer on your lips. You can get pigmentation. Yeah, absolutely.
What about scalp SPF?
Well, I'm naturally blonde, so I definitely do. Not that anybody shouldn't, but I'm like, yes.
Yes. Or wear a hat, please.
Yes.
Okay. My next round of questions is about splurge or save.
Okay.
Splurge or save on drugstore skincare or spa grade luxury skincare?
Splurge.
Yes. On the spa grade.
Yes.
How about eye patches?
I don't really use them.
I don't either. I feel like most of them out there have lots of chemicals in them.
That's the problem is Eminence. We need a good one. Or
Yeah.
Arcana.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Eminence. I hope you're listening. Arcana. Okay. Jade rollers.
I don't like them. I prefer a gua sha, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
I like them both. I also prefer the gua sha because the rollers can tend to get caught in my hair.
Yeah.
Collagen supplements.
I will say I don't know as much about them to answer on it. From my understanding, you still need to supplement on your skin, like topically, though, because it's not going to.
Yep. And also internally. And I personally do think that you want to splurge a little bit on them. You definitely want to do your research, make sure that you have a good quality supplier of the collagens. And there are some that are supplemented with other ingredients too. And you need to know if you need those or if you don't. Some have hyaluronic acid supplements in them, some don't. Okay. Red light devices. Splurge or save?
Splurge.
100%.
On a good one.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to say, obviously I'm biased. Lightstim, which is the brand that we carry and also the manufacturer of our bed. They are hands down the most researched in the industry. They also are the only ones that have FDA approval and an FDA clearance for their light beds, which is really, really important because that means that not only is it approved for public use, but they've done all of the research to show that it can actually do what they say it can do from a clinical perspective. And that is so uncommon in the beauty industry.
I talk about clients a lot with our Lightstim products. I'm like, a lot of times businesses, companies, they'll get that FDA approval and then they slap the label on. Everyone's like, oh, it's FDA approved. I'm like, yes, but it's not clear. They haven't actually proved that they've done the research and that it actually does what it's supposed to.
And a lot of times there's devices out there that are no better than like a strip light that you would get at Lowe's that you would like tape up around your room when you were a kid. And some of them even still have UV exposure in them. So there's a lot of different things to look out for when it comes to getting a good LED device. So
when they curve too.
Yes, because if they're curved, then it typically renders the LED lights ineffective because those are typically those strip lights and not true actual LED powerful lights. So there's so much we can talk about on that. I have another LED episode, but okay, splurge or save? Facial steamers.
Save.
I think save too. Pore strips.
Save.
Yeah. Okay. The next one is, this category is called this or that.
Okay.
Retinol or bakuchiol?
Retinol.
Yeah, same. Vitamin C or niacinamide?
Vitamin C.
100%. Professional treatments or home care?
Of course I'm going to say professional.
But so important to do both because if you're not doing at home, that's like 80% of your skincare results. Like if you aren't following up at home with good quality skincare, then what you do in the spa and your professional treatments, it's not really going to be as effective.
They very much go hand in hand,
Yeah, I agree. Okay, morning shower or night shower?
Night.
I'm a morning shower person.
Really?
Yeah, just because like it makes my hair do weird things when I shower at night. I don't know why. Like it makes it all oily and crinkly and it just doesn't style right. So I'm a morning shower girl. Cold plunge or cold shower?
I love the cold plunge, actually.
So much. Me too. We went to Montana for my husband's 50th, and we were so fortunate to have this cabin that was on a river, and the water was like as cold as our cold plunge.
Really?
And we were able to actually just plunge right in the river every single day. It was so awesome. I love it.
You guys are probably the only people doing it.
I know,
too.
weirdos.
Everyone's like, what are they doing?
Minimal routine or 10-step routine?
10-step.
Of course.
Yeah.
This is a
but
more is better, but what's your budget?
Yes,
What's
exactly.
your time? All the things. And if those things are not vast, we have products that we can recommend to help give you the maximum results. Botox or retinol?
Retinol.
100% agree on that. Again, not that there's not a place for Botox in certain scenarios. I think there is, but it's just not what we do at Panacea. So chemical exfoliation or physical exfoliation?
Chemical. You disagree?
I don't know. I don't know that I disagree.
They both need to be together, but if you're going to pick one.
Yeah, I think physical is much more accessible and safer if you're doing it on your own, typically, depending on what you're using. But I don't know. I like them both. I'm torn on that one. SPF 15 or 50?
50.
Yep. I actually had my little cousin, she came in to have a skincare assessment, and I was like, do you use sunscreen? And she was like, no. And I was like, oh my God, what? You don't? And she's like, no. I'm like, okay, that's the first thing we're doing. And then I had another, one of our marketing girls came in, and she wanted to have the Vizia done on her. And she was so worried about sun damage, and she's only in her 20s. And I said, do you use sunscreen? And she said, yes, I do. And I was like, amazing. I'm like, what SPF do you use? And she's like, 15. And I was like, oh, no.
Yeah. If you're going to use a lower one, you have to reapply more regularly.
Constantly.
That's what I think the discussion about it is. If you're using a 15, that's fine. But then you have to reapply your sunscreen every hour or two.
Right.
Yeah. Which
because
isn't.
Doesn't the 15 mean that it's going to give you that potency for only 15 minutes of exposure, right?
From my understanding, it's supposed to, the difference in SPF is how long it's going to protect your skin. So from when your skin gets damaged from the sun, personally. So if you were to go outside without sunscreen on, if it takes you 20 minutes to burn, then you multiply that by the SPF, and that's how often you should reapply it.
Okay. So if it's 20 minutes, then you would
multiply that 20 minutes by the 15, and that's how often you need to reapply your 15.
Interesting. Okay. Okay. Tinted sunscreen or traditional sunscreen?
I like tinted, but I typically don't wear makeup. I wear makeup
Same.
for special occasion kind of thing. So I like a tinted because I think it helps just to minimize slightly, but it still feels like me and my skin.
Yeah, and it still feels light, and it still gives you a teeny bit of coverage.
Yeah.
So heavyweights or cardio?
Heavyweights.
Definitely for me. I'm surprised for you. Most people in their 20s are loving cardio.
Oh yeah, and I used to work at a gym actually whenever I was 18. So I did.
So you found the value of
I
heavyweights.
did. Yeah.
Okay, meditation or rave?
Oh, I'm not a rave girl at all. Mom of three. No.
I kind of flow back and forth, honestly. Reading or Netflixing?
I want to say reading, but it's definitely Netflix.
Yeah, I know, same. Electrolytes or adaptogens?
Actually, adaptogens. I started them this week. I thought you'd be proud.
I'm so proud of you.
I did start adaptogens this week, and it's only been a week, but I'm enjoying them.
Yeah, we're developing, as you know, some services completely all around adaptogens, and we now have that whole product line of adaptogens in the boutique, but they can do so much to help you adapt to all of the stressors in this world. So adaptogens are amazing, but I'm actually a huge fan of electrolytes. Yeah. I think we don't drink enough water. We're constantly depleting our minerals because we're not getting the right foods, and electrolytes can be really balancing for us. So I think most of us aren't getting enough of them.
Yeah, I agree.
Sauna or cold plunge?
Cold plunge.
Same.
I love the cold plunge.
I love it so much.
And it used to be so hard for me to do it. The first time I did it, I was like, yep, never doing this again.
I know. It's so exhilarating, though.
Yeah.
And, your body feels so relieved afterwards. And, just, I don't even know how to say it. Exhilarated is the best word I can think of.
The last time I did it with you, I was in it for 12 minutes. You're like, okay, you need to get out now. I was like, but okay, I'll get out.
And also, I think the temperature was up.
Yeah. Oh, it was not. You
Yes,
checked it. No.
That's funny. LED or hyperbaric?
Oh, that one's hard. Okay, if you have access, hyperbaric, because hyperbaric therapy is so beneficial.
Yeah.
So hyperbaric.
Yeah.
I have an hour. I have to do one or the other. Hyperbaric.
Hyperbaric for sure.
Yeah.
I agree. Cocktails or mocktails?
Cocktails.
I knew that about you. Kaylee's a tequila girl.
I am a tequila girl. Yep.
Healthy food or junk food?
Honestly, I try to eat pretty healthy, and I know this probably sounds lame, but if you balance it, you know, I definitely don't get me wrong, I have chocolate most nights, but
Same.
But throughout the day, it makes me feel better.
Yeah.
If I have a couple days where we eat out too much, and it's kind of junkier, I don't feel good.
We just started doing. I found someone who does home cooked meals. And he cooks them. He makes everything with healthy ingredients. He does it to all of our preferences, and then he delivers it to our house. So it's
cool.
so great because we usually don't get done working till 8:30, 9 o'clock.
I wonder why.
I know, right? And then usually we have no groceries, so it's 10:30 by the time we're eating. But these are already meal prepped and ready to go, and we just pop them in the microwave, and they're so good. It's been the best health change I think that I've had this year for sure.
Oh, that's nice. You don't have to think about it too.
We were door dashing like minimum 4 to 5 times a week, minimum.
Well, yeah, I mean, you guys are busy
It's
people.
insane.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. You said chocolate. So my favorite, milk or dark?
Dark.
100% dark.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I love dark chocolate.
Awesome. Okay. So what's one thing that you've been dying to ask me?
Oh, I don't know that I was prepared for this question. Might have to come back to it.
Okay.
Let me think.
Can't think of anything?
I honestly just ask you things. I'm like, I don't know if she's going to like this the question or not, but.
I love it. That's awesome. Okay. One word that describes this season of your life.
Busy.
Very much so.
Very
I would say
busy.
for you. Kaylee's taken on more roles as the sales training manager at the spa, and we've got some new products and services coming out that she's getting ready to launch, and she's got her babes,
Yes.
her new house. Like this
Yeah.
year's been a whirlwind for you for sure.
2026 has been, yes.
And you're doing
Been
so
wild.
great with all of it. I'm so excited to be a part of all these exciting things in your life. So what's next for you? Not that you need anything
I
else.
was going to say, I don't know that I need another next right now. Yeah. I think we're just trying to like balance everything and, kind of let it like ride, and we'll see how things are going. Yeah.
I love it. So as we wrap up for today, at the end of the day, would you agree that if our listeners consistently cleanse appropriately, protect their barrier, use vitamin C, use vitamin A, and their sunscreen, that they're doing the vast majority of what science supports for healthy, resilient skin?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so now imagine that someone who's listening to this episode is completely overwhelmed by all of the stuff that we've just talked about on the last 2 episodes, because it was a lot.
It was.
And they just don't know where to start.
Mm-hmm.
They have 5 minutes tonight
Yeah.
to do anything. What are the 3 things that they should do before they go to bed?
Cleanse, moisturize, retinol if you have it.
Yep.
Little exfoliation, nothing too crazy. I mean, I think you have to get started, and you have to get started in something that's comfortable for you. Because if you start too much too soon, you're not going to keep up with it, and it's going to be, honestly a waste for yourself. So just kind of starting that basic routine and noticing, like, once you start to notice change in your skin, I feel like you're going to be like, okay, now what else can I do to help this problem, kind of thing. And
Mine would be cleanse or use your triad pads.
Yep.
Use that one active, whatever it is, and then definitely moisturize. But I would try, if you don't have an active, then cleanse, moisturize, and LED. If you can get LED into your life, it makes such a big difference. One, from a mindset and nervous system protection perspective, but also from a skin healing perspective. So I think it just does so many things all at once. Okay, and if there were just one thing that you would want everyone listening today to take away from this episode when it comes to skincare, what would that be?
I'd say come in and get a facial.
Yes, come get a facial.
Come see us. Yeah, come see us. Come get a facial, and let us help. If you have questions, like, even if you're like, hey, I don't think I can buy a new routine yet, or I can't add this in, that's okay. But at least you can have somebody else take a look and you get a good opinion, and say maybe it's something that you want to start doing in the future.
Yeah, and use sunscreen, and teach your kids to use sunscreen.
Sunscreen.
Okay, that's it for today's episode. I'm so excited that you came on the show, Cayley, and that you did these 2 episodes with me. Thank you so, so much.
Thank you for having me. This was fun.
I
liked
loved it too.
Yeah.
We have to do this again. Do you think you would do it again?
Oh, absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We'll think of some other good topics. So message into us. Let me know what else you want to hear about. If there's something that we talked about that you want us to dive deeper in, we definitely can do that. But thank you so much for listening to Serenity and Fire today. And if you enjoyed today's episode, please support the show by following us on social, leaving a review, and sharing this episode with those that you love most. And until next time, protect your skin, stay consistent with your skincare, give yourself grace to love the skin that you're in, and keep balancing serenity with fire. I'm Krista Guageni, and I'll talk with you more in our next episode. At Panacea Luxury Spa Boutique, we don't just offer traditional spa treatments. We create rituals that relax your mind, restore your health, and rejuvenate your spirit. From biohacking technologies to advanced oncology-trained care, Everything we do is designed to help you heal on the deepest level with clean, holistic therapies, products, and amenities that are second to none. And right now, you can experience two of my favorites, our whole body LED light bed or hyperbaric oxygen therapies. And as a thank you for listening, you'll get 10% off your first session when you use the code Serenity10 at booking. What is your panacea? Let us help you find it, because true wellness isn't a quick fix, it's a ritual.